Last video ended with Peter and Paul being martyred in Rome in the year 67 AD. Christianity is still only in Italy, Greece, Asia Minor, Israel, and a part of northern Africa. One day, in the year 70 AD, Romans show up to Jerusalem and destroy it. It was because Jews revolted against the oppressive Romans. But most importantly, they destroyed the temple, which meant Christians went into total chaos. And so the most important centers of Christianity became Rome and Antioch. Then, the apostle John was exiled into the island Patmos near Ephesus. There, he also wrote the book of Revelation, and he died of natural causes around the year 100. And so all of the apostles are dead by now. But they left behind the church comprised of faithful Christians. Among them were the early church fathers, Clement of Rome, Ignatius of Antioch, and Polycarp, and they all had a few things in common. They tried to preserve the apostles' writings, they tried to unify the church, to establish an official church, to spread the gospel, and try not to die. Christianity was still illegal. The church structure looked something like this, and it resembled the Holy Trinity a little. The bishop, like the father, is in charge of everything, and he appoints elders, who, like Jesus, perform sacraments and teach the people. The deacons, like the Holy Spirit, help the congregation and does charitable work for the people in need. By the year 150 AD, Christianity spread with missionaries into almost the entirety of the empire. Notice how it's largely concentrated around big cities, because those missionaries usually traveled through big trade routes that connects those big cities. And that's also where the word pagan comes from. Paganus means countryman in Latin, and so Christians were mainly in the city and pagans mainly in the country. Around the year 170 AD, a heretical group called the Gnostics appear out of nowhere. They teach that one is saved by secret knowledge about the universe, rather than by faith. And this guy, Saint Irenaeus of Lyon, is very much against that, and he almost single-handedly wipes them out. Around 200 AD, the Christians have brought the gospel to other parts of the Roman Empire, like France, Carthage, and Britain, with major Christian cities like Londonium, modern London, Lyon, Rome, Carthage, Ephesus, Antioch, and symbolically Jerusalem. Around this time, the first major church father and theologian, Tertullian, lives, and by many he is considered the father of Western Latin theology. Then, for a while, the church functioned normally, and the borders of the reach of Christianity did not change much, up until Constantine the Great took charge of the Roman Empire. And one day, before a battle, he saw a cross in the sky, and God told him that under this symbol he will win. And so, he told his men to draw the Chi-Rho symbol on their shields, and they won the battle. And so, Constantine thought about it and then converted to Christianity. In the year 313, he signed the Edict of Milan, which officially made Christianity legal in the Roman Empire. So, the Christians would prosper. They became an officially recognized institution, and so to be more organized, they made 3 apostolic sees. And the elected bishops to represent those sees were called patriarchs. Great, Christianity is legal now. By the way, who do we worship again? Jesus and stuff. And so the emperor called the Council of Nicaea, where around 300 bishops from all over the empire gathered and put together the Christian beliefs. And in 325, they made the Nicene Creed, where the Trinity, the Incarnation, the Resurrection, the Second Coming of Christ, baptism, and the Holy Catholic Church is taught. And every Christian denomination today holds to this one creed. And That's all for today's video.